That cannot be the alarm going off. Who booked a flight this early? I don't even think I fell asleep. Oh well. We're going to Phoenix! Woo! Tangerinis from Phoenix, Arizona. This is where I was born and raised. We are taking a trip back here to see some of my family and some of our old friends. Jordan spent the last 10 or so years in Phoenix, Arizona as well for college. We both went to ASU. But anyway, in today's video, we are trying to find little slices of Mexico throughout Phoenix and see what type of Mexico influence, things that are going to seem probably more familiar to us now that we've been living in Mexico for almost a year and a half. So our first stop is this Hispanic market called Ranch Market. And as you can see up here, there's a panaderia, a pescaderia, and all
Carniceria, tortilleria, neveria, la cocina.
All the IAs, but I'm curious to know what type of Mexico we're going to find in this store.
Vámonos. First impressions, I've heard nothing but Spanish so far, and this is like blasphemy here for Mexico. It's all Pepsi.
Coca-Cola.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh. Jackfruit.
The first and only place we ever tried this fruit was in San Blas.
Doesn't look like something you'd want to eat. It looks like something you should run away from. Over here it says Sabores de Mexico. This looks like prepared food, lots of meat.
Agua fresca.
Salsas. Pollos. Oh, and look, aguas frescas counter. Jamaica, pepino, tamarindo, sandía, mango, pistachio, fresas, espinaca con piña. Oh, is this espinaca con piña or I think that is called chaya. Might be chaya here, or might be spinach here.
This is super funny to be in here
Yeah.
after being in Mexico. Everything's making me smile and laugh.
It seems like Mexico-esque. It doesn't seem like Mexico that we know it as, but there's certainly a lot of familiar elements.
Oh yeah.
A ton of things in here that are more for the Mexican culture than they are for the US culture. Like, people are not going to be buying a big thing of cinnamon sticks to make horchata or café de olla.
Yeah, they'll buy cinnamon, but not in that huge amount.
No. There's the tortilleria. So I'm seeing a lot of chilies, a lot of spicy stuff, a lot of corn, a lot of meats and cheeses. But what I'm not seeing are a lot of gringos, just us. No gringos. Están aquí.
Sin gringos.
Sin gringos.
Ah, here's the section.
So yeah, I'm with you, Jordan. I was smiling the whole time we were in there. There's a lot of Mexico there. I mean, the prices are certainly a lot higher than you might find in Mexico, but a lot of the same very traditional foods and ingredients that you would use to make some of the things we love so much, like sopes and aguas frescas.
Yeah, with prices, I noticed at the panaderia where they had their sweet treats and sweet breads and stuff, that's going to be around 5 pesos per item, or about 25 cents in Mexico. Here was $1.
Which is like a pretty good price, $1 for a big huge like cookie or like loaf. At Ranch Market, certainly lower prices than at other grocery stores like Fry's or Safeway or whatever, but a ton higher than real Mexico, actual location Mexico.
I don't know if they accept pesos though.
Yeah, we should have asked.
We are in a part of Phoenix called Guadalupe, and we found Mercado Mexico.
I don't know what this place is, but we're gonna go check it out.
All right, let's go see.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Muy bien, ¿y usted?
Muy bien, gracias.
I like it in Spanish.
These things are so familiar and colorful. Oh yes, Dia de Muertos. So this is definitely a transplant of Mexico. I think we should ask where they're from.
Yeah. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and gong that bell. Oh, better not gong it too hard.
Jordan, it literally says, por favor, no tocas las campanas. Ay, ay, ay. They're all hand-painted, lead-free.
I love that everyone is unique.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally see where they painted each of these in different colors.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cuando estamos en Phoenix, queremos encontrar México en Phoenix. Normalmente vivimos en México.
En Quintana Roo.
Pero ¿de dónde son ustedes?
Es de Guadalajara,
Ah,
Jalisco, y yo soy de Sonora.
De
hemos
Sonora.
vivido en Guadalajara.
Sí, por
Conocemos.
4 meses.
Sí.
¿Sí?
en
Entonces
Guadalajara.
viven ahorita en Quintana Roo.
Sí,
Eh,
sí, en Puerto Morelos es.
sur de Cancún.
Sí.
Yeah, Cancún.
¿Sí conoce usted? Yo no conozco. Ah, sí.
Puerto
Yo soy de
Morelos es
Oaxaca.
un pueblo más pequeño, mucho más pequeño que Cancún. ¿Y por qué quieren tener una tienda en Guadalupe, en Phoenix?
Ella es la dueña y tiene que decir que ya tiene 30 años aquí.
Ah,
tiene,
¿de veras?
tiene
30
tiene
años.
30 años aquí.
Muy bien.
Ya es famosa, ya vienen de otras partes de otros estados.
¿Sí? Y
De
las...
Nueva York le han llegado a personas de diferentes partes. Vienen
Wow.
a visitar aquí también.
Y las cosas aquí
¿Qué?
son de Sonora,
No,
Jalisco,
son
todo
diferentes estados
todo
de
México.
México.
Ah, ok.
Sí, de todas partes de Guadalajara y Oaxaca.
Son muy bonitos. ¿Cómo se llama?
Yo me llamo Araceli.
Araceli. Mucho gusto.
Mucho
Maddie.
gusto. Jordan.
Es la jefa. Mamá. Jefa.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
Silvia.
Me llamo Cecilia.
¿Qué
Mucho
atreves?
gusto, Cecilia.
I thought that Mercado Mexico was kind of funny because it was like so many familiar artesanías from all over Mexico.
All the vibrant colors of Mexico that we see everywhere, and I could tell they were really proud of the fact that it was from states all over Mexico.
Uh-huh.
If I understood correctly, she was saying that people travel from all over the US too to come there so that they can get these artifacts and these
Artifacts?
like arts and crafts. I can't say handicrafts, people just don't say that in English. That was a really cool experience.
Yeah, that was fun.
And they were shocked, I think, that we were speaking Spanish with them. So you might be wondering why the inside of my car looks different, and that's because it's not my car, it's my mom's car. Thanks, Mom. A lot of people were asking if we were going to drive or fly, and from Puerto Morelos it would be approximately 60 to 70 hours of driving, so I don't think we're ever going to make that drive at this point, so we flew here.
Google Maps says 40 hours, but it always takes way longer. Alright, so we found some authentic Mexican food. We're gonna grab some here.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
All right, thanks for asking. How can I help you?
One taco, please.
What? I'm sorry?
Taco.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right, one taco here. So second window, 162. Thank you.
Thank you.
Friggin' taco costs $1.62.
I thought you were gonna go un taco de pastor, and then we're gonna go, no, we only have rat meat here. Thank you. Good day. You too.
What is this?
A hard shell. That's something you're not gonna see in Mexico.
Lettuce, some shitty cheese, and something that sort of resembles meat.
Soy byproduct, and oh man.
That's hot sauce, huh? Alaska, one treat?
Ugh.
Yeah, guys. It's just not good.
So what you're saying is eat tacos from Mexico, not fake Mexican food from Taco Bell. Just freaking disgusting
What
looking.
is this? I haven't had this in ages.
How can they charge $1.62? What the heck? You know how many good tacos we can get in Mexico for that? Like at least 2. At least 2 good ones. So as we've been driving around Phoenix, I'm shocked at how many things that we see in Spanish, like right over here, this Llantera tire shop. And I imagine these things were always here the whole time I lived my life in Phoenix, but I just
didn't know what they were.
I didn't understand the language, so I just didn't notice. I didn't look, and now I'm seeing that there's a lot more Mexico here, and probably a lot more Sonora, like northern Mexico influence than I ever realized before, which is just crazy to me. Like how much we can put in the background.
I gave my fake taco to these pigeons hanging out.
Interestingly, they don't seem to want to eat it, so I think that's a freaking terrible sign for exactly how great this taco is. How bad this taco. Mir! Holly! Holly, your birds. Polly want a taco? They don't want it. That's scary. That's literally scary. You ate that. Not even a pigeon will eat it. So what are we doing now?
Food City, la ciudad de comida.
Living in Phoenix, I always thought of Food City as like the literal cheapest place you could get produce. Like this is where you go if you want to get like 5 tacos, 5 avocados for $1. But this is also where primarily like Mexicans go to get their produce as well because it is so darn cheap. So we're gonna see what type of Mexico we can find in here now too.
And you have to pay with pesos.
No. So here we have these cone-shaped candy-looking things. I used to never know what these were. I thought it was a candy, like a Mexican candy.
Yeah,
but what actually is it?
I wouldn't have known what to do with it. It's like an unrefined sugar that they often use in coffee. They put coffee, piloncillo, and cinnamon to make café de olla.
Café
and it's
de olla.
amazing.
Oh. You know something? I always saw in Food City before piñatas everywhere, but that's not something I've seen everywhere in Mexico. I don't know that I've ever seen like a kid's birthday party with a piñata, so I don't know what part of Mexico that's from, or maybe that's more of like an Americanized thing. I don't know.
So remember we went to that park, that big park in Guadalajara, and they had a whole bunch of piñata hangers.
Oh yeah, but I've never seen it, so I don't know, is it just not
Yeah.
as common in Mexico, or it's only for rich people, or is it a dying out part of the culture? I don't know.
Mazapanes.
Oh, good old peanut butter, sugary snack. Aren't those made? The guy who made them lives in Guadalajara, actually.
Or at least started the company.
There, yeah.
Interestingly, I used to think of Food City as a super Mexican grocery store, but now there's like small sections of it that are very Mexican, but then most of it's just like your average store.
Yeah, average grocery store.
Whereas Ranch Market, on the other hand, that place is legit.
Yeah.
Señoras y señores, ven, hay comida. I thought you guys weren't gonna eat it. You devoured almost the whole thing and made 2 new friends while you were at it.
So we're gonna. Hey you. Oh, who me? I don't know what that is.
From your videos.
Okay, so we're taking a little break from Mexico stuff to show you a place that is very near and dear to Jordan's and my hearts, or heart, our collective heart. This is our first date spot, the place that we first went on our first date, if that wasn't clear. It's called Windsor, and this is right in the heart of Midtown Phoenix. So we're gonna get a little 5 before 5 action. That's $5 cocktails before 5 p.m.
All right, I'm excited for this. These drinks are so good.
So it was just a little over 3 years ago that we were sitting in that booth, 2 booths over, and Jordan comes in and has no idea who I am, just about walks by me. Are you Maddie?
And then I kidnapped her.
Yes, later on in the date, he just took me in his car to some indeterminate location, at which point I was like, crap, no one knows where I am. People think I'm going to Windsor. My mom thinks I'm going to Windsor, and here we are leaving. But no, here we are today, and he still has me captive. Okay, so we're going to share with you guys some funny stories about when we first started dating.
Since being here brings back some memories.
Brings back lots of memories. So first off, we were dating at first, and about a week.
No, first off, we met online on a dating app, and she sent me a message because I had Laska up on my shoulders in my main picture, and she thought that was cute.
I was like, I don't know which is cooler, like how the fact that you did that or how calm your dog looks. And it went from there. Then we met up here at Windsor, like we already told you, and from there we dated for a week or maybe 2 weeks, at which point I thought, he's way too calm. I can't tell his emotions. I think he's a psychopath, and I broke up with him.
I think you mean sociopath, but I'll let it slide.
I think I mean sociopath too. And then after that, about 8 hours later, we got back together, and we've pretty much been inseparable since.
So we were dating for a little bit before becoming official.
And we always used to go on these hikes, and a lot of times my best friend at the time.
Good fries.
All right, thank you. Can we get mustard, please?
Mustard? Yeah.
Thanks.
And at the time, my best friend Jessica was often the one I was going on hikes with, so we would like all go together. And she brought snacks on this one hike at Tom's Thumb, which is in Scottsdale, our favorite hike by far. And Jordan brought nothing that I could eat with all my food allergies, so it was like, I just absentmindedly said, well, at least one of my boyfriends cares about me, because Jessica and I jokingly called each other's boyfriends because we hung out so often.
And then I was like, well, I guess I never thought of it like that, but I guess I would consider you my girlfriend.
And I was like, oh shit.
That's the strangest way I've ever become official with someone.
We accidentally had the conversation because I'm an idiot.
Alright, so we're going to stop by this popular Mexican food joint here in Phoenix called Filiberto's. And we're going to try to order in Spanish and see how it goes. This should be fun.
Oh, look here on the window. This is how you know it's authentic. It says seasoned tamale, not tamal.
Tamale literally isn't a word. Tamal or tamales? Okay.
What do you want to get?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
So our idea of finding Mexico is going to grocery stores and fast food places, apparently. Hola, ¿habla español? Sí. Sí, muy bien.
Dame un minuto, por favor.
Oh, ¿qué me recomienda?
Un burro de asada, un número 9, un California.
No quiero 9. Pues me gustaría número 5, por favor.
¿Verdad?
Número 5, por favor.
¿Enchilada?
Sí,
¿Quiere de pollo o de queso?
Pollo.
de pollo, por favor.
¿Algo más?
Es todo.
Es todo.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Buenos días.
Hola,
Buenos días.
9.49, por favor.
Gracias.
Aquí tiene gracias y si puede dejar de grabarme, gracias.
Gracias.
Now this is some good Mexican food, unlike that other pigeon food that we ordered before.
Did you say Mexican's food?
I don't think so.
This is good Mexican's food. Back in college, going to Filiberto's was like the late night food to get because it's like super greasy, salty, delicious, pretty cheap. And this looks pretty darn good, and I'm not sure if I'm surprised or not that we could speak in Spanish, but she seemed pissed that we were recording her, which is not the reaction, not a typical reaction we get when there's a camera. So that was strange, but we did put the camera away when she said that, so I respect if you don't want to be on film. So it is our last day here in Phoenix, and we're going to this spot called Morning Squeeze. It's a new to us favorite place, where this will be our third time since being in Phoenix. And we thought, okay, after being here for almost 2 weeks, what do we miss about it here in the US and like specifically Phoenix?
And there are some things that I didn't really think about before leaving Phoenix that I do miss now.
So I think the first one and the big main one on both of our lists is English. Like in Mexico, obviously we're still learning the language, so there's a lot of anxiety and stress and frustration that comes with that, not being able to say what we want to say. Here it's nice to just say anything, talk to anyone, and not be afraid of the conversation going too far into the realm of unknown language.
It's pretty hard after a while to speak in another language and struggle day after day. All day, every day is just a struggle with the language. So it's nice to be able to come back here and be able to speak English with everyone. And like you were saying, you kind of took it for granted, being able to make friends, talk to anyone.
I totally took that for granted, that you could just make friends with literally anyone in a store, on the street, whatever. And it's like, I mean, it's difficult in Mexico to do that. Granted, there are people who are bilingual, there's lots of expats, but it's definitely not as seamless and casual as you could do it here in the States.
And you mean it's difficult not because people aren't friendly, but because of the language barrier.
Yeah, not because of the people at all.
Yes, there's a lot of expats there. Yes, there's a lot of people who know English, but the reality is the vast majority of people we come across in Mexico only know Spanish.
So something we're reminded of at Morning Squeeze, as I ordered gluten-free bread and they have tons of allergy-friendly options, is that in the US and specifically Phoenix, I think is like totally boomed in this department. Being allergy-friendly, like for gluten-free, paleo, vegetarian, vegan, soy-free, like every type of diet or allergy you can think of is pretty much accommodated.
It's still the case with you that like your onion allergy, lots of stuff is pre-made that the restaurant doesn't make it, they buy it in bulk.
Salsas, sauces, whatever.
So that's still the case where it's not allergy friendly in that way, but gluten-free, anything. Like we just went to a pizza joint and we asked if they had gluten-free crust, and they had multiple options. Like they're like, do you want a regular gluten-free crust or a cauliflower crust?
And
like,
so
mind blown.
everything, they even have, I think, like separate pans or an oven or something. Very friendly in that department. And there are some cities in Mexico that are like that. Guadalajara, for instance, is more allergy friendly than others, but it's not quite to the extent that it is here. And especially like freaking year and a half later, it's so much, it's like every single place instead of those, just those designated allergy friendly places that when we left.
It's crazy.
So we're at the airport now, Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, waiting for our red eye. Leaves at 12:30 a.m. and we'll be arriving at like 10:30 a.m. Cancun time. But in the meantime, we'll finish up saying some of our stuff.
One thing I miss about the US is the convenience of being able to order something online and get it super quickly. We mentioned that in a previous video, how you actually kind of like not...
Well, I think I have a love-hate thing, because it's nice, the convenience is nice, but it's like so convenient that you can so easily get sucked into buying a bunch of crap that you just want on a whim.
But I like it. I like to buy crap on a whim.
So then there's some other things that we miss in the US, like just items that we can't find anywhere in Mexico, like Tom's toothpaste.
For me, licorice.
I really like cold brew, which you can find, but it's not as prevalent as it is here, at least in Phoenix. It's like it's a thing. And yeah, other random items like that.
Like friends and family.
Yeah, just other random things. Love you, fam.
Something we never thought of is those series you're binge watching on Netflix might not be there when you go across the border. So there were a lot of there were some shows that we really liked watching, and then we went to Mexico and could no longer watch them.
Like a guilty pleasure show of ours, Shameless. Anyone out there?
But then you go across the border and there's also a whole bunch of new shows that show up too, so it's a win-lose.
Yeah, we didn't do too much exploring of Netflix while we were here because we had a few shows that we really wanted to watch, but in Mexico we've noticed a lot of shows that are from other countries in other languages and just dubbed in various ones like German, English, Spanish, French.
Yeah, we accidentally watched a French show and gave it a thumbs up because it was pretty good.
Oh,
and
maybe that's why.
Now it's just constantly serving us French shows.
It's like, oui. But as far as I'm concerned, no. So this is actually one Jordan pointed out, but something I really miss about the US is that I can wear whatever clothes I want without being like shame judged for them. Like in Mexico, I think culturally or for whatever other reasons, wearing even what are I wouldn't consider slutty clothes, they're just less conservative clothes, like wearing shorts in certain cities is less acceptable. I would have never thought that wearing shorts could be considered a taboo. And it's different though in the US where you could be judged, but it's sort of for having like less cool clothes or less new or designer or trendy or whatever. But the difference is, I mean, I could just be okay with that. You don't like my clothes? That's okay. I like my clothes. I picked these, they're fine with me, they're comfy, whatever. Whereas,
shame
yeah,
judging.
the whole like shame aspect of it in Mexico is like not my favorite.
Coming back to Phoenix, I realized something I really missed.
Please do not leave luggage unattended. All checked and carry-on baggage is subject to search. Please report any request to carry articles for others or suspicious behavior to either law enforcement, airport, or your own officials.
Something else I missed was the nature around here and what you could do there, like hiking and mountain biking, paddleboarding. Yes, you can do some of those things, not really where we're living right now.
I mean, yeah, and you could do paddleboarding and like various types of activities. There's tons of natures. There's tons of nature and things to do outside, but it's just a little bit different. Like I got used to hiking every single weekend with my dad, and hiking was something we bonded over at the very beginning of our relationship. So certain things like that, yeah, I miss it too. So something I kind of forgot about until we came back to the US was how much I miss the accurate information on Google. Like when you're looking for a restaurant or a store or something, you can be pretty sure that the hours are right, the business website is going to be there, you can find out if it's closed or not, like in business anymore. Whereas in Mexico, it's always a gamble whether the hours are going to be right and all that other information. And so it kind of makes it more difficult to plan. You can end up showing up to a place and it'll be closed in Mexico or not even exist or the wrong location. So I definitely missed the accuracy of Google Maps
Yeah,
and the
for sure.
reliability of it.
Something else I miss about the US, well, in Mexico, when I go to a convenience store and I get a bottled tea, that thing is way too sweet for me. And that goes for just about everything in Mexico. There is so much sugar added. And yes, there is sugar added to an extent in the US, but I don't know about you, but everything's too sweet for me in Mexico pretty much.
Yeah, and I almost wonder if it's because in the US stuff is trending in the direction of like artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose and other cancerous ones like that, or maybe like kind of a health trend of going towards agave, stevia, things like that.
Or
but yeah,
just a health trend of like not putting so much damn sugar into things.
but don't get me wrong, there's still tons of sugar in the US, but it does seem like excessive sugar in certain things in Mexico that I can't even touch. They're too sweet.
Yeah. Related to another thing I missed, there's something I used to see pretty frequently in Phoenix, and that was Mexicans coming up here pretty much buying everything on the clearance rack at like Hollister, American Eagle or something like that, and then driving them back down south to resell. And how's that related? Well, cheap quality name brand clothes just aren't really something you can find in Mexico. So
like you can find these brands like American Eagle, Hollister, whatever else, but
they're super expensive.
there's a markup and everything because of the import taxes on clothes, and so finding brands that we've become accustomed to buying or that we know fits us really well.
And that are soft and last a long time. That's something I wish I could get easier.
So if you're thinking this is kind of negative and oh woe is us, we miss all of these things, please don't, because there's so many more things we love about Mexico. But coming back here, it's been a whirlwind of emotions, and just kind of being able to make these comparisons and notice things about our old life that we really liked, and also a lot of things that we saw that were like, wow, I'm really glad that we live in Mexico now and we're in a different culture because I don't miss this.
And there were also quite a few things we took for granted in the US before going to Mexico.
So I think it's important to do this all the time, just like reflect on various things and find the things that you can appreciate and like the little things in life that really that bring you joy, make you happy. So that's kind of what we were trying to get out of this little reflection exercise. And also to sort of paint an idea of the differences between Mexican culture, US culture, and specifically related to Phoenix. And of course all over Mexico, since we've been traveling all over the place for a year and a half or so.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching to the end. If you like this video, if you think someone else could get value out of it, please send it to a friend.
Send it on WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to see upcoming videos about our travels in Mexico and around the world. One more thing. Gong that bell so you get notified the next time we put out a new video.
And we will see you soon.